Hi, I'm Joe Longthorne, the Interim Artistic Director here at the Barnstormers Theatre, and I'm sitting with Danny K. Bernstein, the writer of FAR from Canterbury.
Hi.
Hi, Danny. So Danny's here in Tamworth with us for what we're calling the professional world premiere of FAR from Canterbury here at the Barnstormers Theatre. Danny wrote the book, the music, and the lyrics to this show, so that is everything, which is incredible. It's really wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell us, Danny, about when you first started writing Canterbury? When was that?
I first started writing Canterbury my junior year of college when I dropped my psychology major with my focus in neurobio because it was very hard and I was failing a lot of exams. And I picked up a theater minor, and composing for musical theater just sort of seemed like the correct intersection for all the things I was good at, even though I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
So I sort of decided a full-length musical, and its college premiere would be my thesis. I had not written anything by the time I had decided this. I put an immense amount of pressure on myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just sort of started writing. Some of the songs I actually wrote back in, I think, spring of 2013 are still in the show.
Yeah. Amazing.
And yeah, then it just sort of premiered at Cornell, and then since then has just been moving forward.
Cool. And what you do, so writing the book, music, and the lyrics, that's very unique in the world of musical theater. Typically you have teams of people that collaborate together and write a show together. What's it like for you to just, everything comes out of your head? You're the sole author.
Yeah. First of all, I don't recommend it. It's a lot of work, and it's definitely causing me a lot of anxiety.
Okay.
But yeah, for me, I sort of have to write like in a little hidey hole.
Yeah.
But it is all sort of like the same thread for me. The scenes bleed into songs and vice versa. The words all really, for me, whether they're spoken or they're sung, really come from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess for me, it's just all about, less about the three different disciplines and the three factors, and more just about telling the story in general.
Sure. And tell us about the story. So what does it mean to have Canterbury produced in 2021? Why are the themes of the show resonant today?
I think the themes are resonant today for a lot of reasons. Obviously, the idea about gender and what women desire most. I think it's an important lesson for men. There are plenty of men who still don't quite understand that answer without giving it away. But overall, I think my favorite part about the show is that, we can talk about these things, we can learn about these things, but there can be a sense of joy and there can be comedy. It doesn't have to be all these lectures. There can be fun in it. There can be fun in, learning how to do the right thing, and there can be joy.
Oh, amazing. And what do you hope for the future of Canterbury? I mean, this is the sort of a beginning of a journey for this show in a way, even though you've been working on it for a little while now. But what do you see the future holding?
I definitely see more and more audiences seeing it and hopefully loving it. I really, I have stars in my eyes, and I would love to see it on an off-Broadway or a Broadway stage. Not just because, that's the ultimate dream, but I really do believe that the more audiences see it, the more people will fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And that's all I want, is for people to love it and for this show to spread joy.
Of course. Well, it's interesting. I mean, the Barnstormers producing a new show like this, we sort of are seeing the future play out before our eyes. I mean, typically you'd see a show go to Broadway and then make its way through touring markets and regional markets, and then eventually come to a place like Tamworth, and you would have a production just like ours.
Right.
So we're sort of seeing the future take place of what this show could achieve eventually. But I just think it's really exciting that this show has no Broadway blueprint yet. So what the audiences here in Tamworth are seeing is something that our team, that you, the designers, the director, everybody put together specifically for these audiences to enjoy in this sort of world premiere professional setting.
Yeah, and I think I love what you said about see the future, because ultimately that is the goal. This show, isn't just for Broadway or for professional productions. It's for everybody. It should be performed everywhere in theaters of every size with casts of every age. And that is my hope, because this show is for everybody. It should be for everybody.
Yeah, that's great. Well, the music is fire. The music's incredible. The whole story is so enjoyable, and I think you're right. You bring a lot of joy to these topics, and you sort of take us on a journey and enjoying fables and fairy tales in a whole new way, which is something really special and thrilling.
Thank you.
And we're so excited to be doing it. So Canterbury is running here, opening tonight, August 11th at the time of filming, through the 21st, so the next 2 weeks. Come on down, check it out. We're here in the Barnstormers, Tamworth, New Hampshire.